Hello, believers. Hello, all my followers. I've come here to bless you with a message. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, no matter where you are tuning in from and where you are watching me from. Yeah, I've come to share something that will lift your spirit and something that will encourage you. And what is that? It's a message, it's a gospel. What is gospel? Gospel, it means um, good news. And that is what I have brought to you. I have not come here to condemn you. I'm here to preach a gospel to you, to bring a message to you. My message today is just, I will title it um, when people throw bricks at you. When people throw bricks at you. So that's what I mean. People might throw stone at you. People might throw broken bottle at you. They might say all manner of things to you. How do you react? How do you respond to that? Sometimes people think, oh, this one, it will never amount to anything. How do you respond to such people? The way you respond to them matters. Let me tell you, sometimes people will hurt you intentionally, and some people may hurt you unintentionally. Yeah, they purposely did that, and some will not do it on purpose. But no matter the circumstance, all matters most is how do you take it? How do you handle that situation? I will give you a story of David in the Bible. David was a little child when he started taking care of his father's flock, sheep, and all whatnot, always in the bush, minding those sheep. But what happened one day? There was a day when the Philistines came against Israel. They wanted to fight the Israelites. And his brother, David's brothers, they were all there, and because David was so small, they left him in the bush. He was minding the sheep, the cows and all that his father has. What happened? Jesse has. What happened to David? David called somebody and said, come, can you please look after these sheep? Let me go to somewhere, I will come back and take over from you. And he looked for someone to look after them, meaning that he's diligent in what he's doing. He didn't just leave them, because if he leave them without someone, lion might come, foxes might come, other animal might come to devour them or to kill them, but he hand them over to someone to look after. And David went. When he got to the place, he saw multitude of people, the armies of Israel, the armies of what is it, the Philistines. They were all hanging there. And when David came, what happened? David asked them, what is happening here? Who are these people? And when his brother Eliab heard about it, that is the oldest brother of David, the son of Jesse. When he heard his voice, he turned and asked him, what are you doing here? Oh, you rude boy. The Bible said that his anger kindled. He became so angry that David came there. And they started talking to David. What are you doing here? I know you are very proud. He began to talk down on David, but David didn't listen. If you read the Bible, the Bible said that David asked, what have I done this time? What have I done again? There are some translation you will read, you will tell you. David answered, say, what have I done this time? It means that, okay, David has been bullied by his brothers. They've been talking down at him. They don't think he's going to amount anything because he was a little boy in the bush. At all times he's in the bush. You understand? And when they talk down at him, he asked his brother, what have I done this time? When Saul saw David, David was a youth, as at that time. And they said, you, come in. What are you doing here? Nobody believed him. But David persisted and asked them, who is these people? And they told David. David said, okay, if anyone, what will be the reward of any person who is going to kill this man? And all of them, they were looking at David. David didn't allow what his brother Eliab and what Saul said to him, discourage him. He stood strong. He was determined. When he asked them that question, he knew what he wanted. And what did he say? I will read Bible because this message I'm preaching to you today, if you go to 1 Samuel 17, you will see it. You will see a story of David. And the David came. When he came, Saul looked at him and said, you are too small. And David said, no, that I'm going to go. He said that God that delivered me in the power of the lions and the bears, he said the same God will deliver me in the hands of the Philistines. David believed in God. David trusts in God. He knows no matter how difficult it is, he's going to emerge victorious. He's going to come out with victory. And when he said that, they look at him. They said, okay, when he was negotiating, asking them again. He said, what will be the reward of that person who is going to kill this man? And they begin to tell David what he's going to get if he is able to kill this man. David said he will go. And the Bible recorded, he said they put on the armor, they got him the silver bracelet upon him. David couldn't move with it. David said, no, I'm not going to wear it. All I know that what? I'm going to go after this man. And when they brought him, what did David have? David has nothing with him. He has nothing with him apart from a stone and a sling. That's what he had. And you can see Goliath, very tall and mighty. All the Philistines, when you see their soldier, everybody marveled. Nobody could stand. But David, a little boy, came forward. And listen, let me read what David said to the Philistines. When the Philistines saw David, he said, when you go to 1 Samuel 17, verse 43, he said, and the Philistines said unto David, I am a dog, thou comest to me with what? With staves. And the Philistines cursed David by his gods. And the Philistines said unto David, come to me, and I will give their flesh unto the fowls of the earth and the beasts of the field. When they said that to David, David were looking at them because David drew close, drew near to them. And what happened? Listen to what David said to them in the 45. He said, then David said unto the Philistine, thou comest to me with a sword and with a spear and with a shield, but I came to thee in the name of God of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast done what? Defied. And in 46, and the Lord delivered thee unto my hand. He said, I will smite thee, and take thy head from thee, and I will give the carcass of the host of the Philistines these days unto the fowls of the earth, and to the wild beasts of the earth. He said, and all the earth may know that there is God in Israel. David didn't come in his name. He came in the name of the Lord. Even while the Philistines, the Goliath and the crew were cursing David with their own gods, by the name of their own gods, David came in the name of God of army of Israel. And he said that he will cut off his neck. And meanwhile, when David was saying it, he has no knife on him. He has no sword at all. But he was saying it, declaring it before men and before God, saying he's going to cut off his head, he's going to cut off his neck, and he's going to feed what the carcass of the earth. And when he said he's going to take his head, and he said that the entire world, the whole world will know that Israel has a God. Praise the Lord. And David went unto him. What did he do? And David said, put his hand in his bag and took what? A stone and sling it. And that was how he brought Goliath down. He went to him and he used Goliath's sword and cut off his neck and took his neck to the king. When he took it to Saul, what did Saul ask? Saul saw David. Everyone marveled. Did small David did this? Yes. And he asked Abner. Who is Abner? Abner is the captain of the whole soldiers. When he asked them, Abner said, I don't know this guy. No one knows David. Of all the armies, they know the armies, they know their name, they know their identity. But David was nobody. David wasn't even in the army. He was a little boy that found himself always in a bush looking after the sheep. Abner, the captain, said, I don't know him. When David brought the head of Goliath to Pharaoh, that was to Saul, that was when Saul asked, who are you? And he said, as the Lord, as the king liveth, he said, I am the son of Jesse, thy servant. And since that day, David made a name. David didn't. What do we take from this preaching or this verse? Let me tell you, do not allow whatever people say about you affect you. Anything that is going to hinder your progress, do not heed to it. Be strong in faith. Move forward. Knowing God is very, very important in every situation. David, they throw stone and bricks at him. They throw bottle, they throw, all manner of words to him. But what did David do? David stand strong. He stood strong. He never allowed those words, the words of his brother or Saul, to put him down. No, even though his brother was angry, David didn't care. All he knows, I'm going to kill these uncircumcised Philistines. And indeed, he killed that Goliath. And they scattered the armies of the Philistines. They ran after them and killed them. What am I saying? When people throw bricks at you, when they throw stone at you, when they throw rubbish at you, stand strong. You see that business you want to do, people will talk you down. They will tell you you don't have the knowledge. You see that school that you want to, that course you want to do in universities or college, they will tell you you are not smart enough, you will not be able to pass. Do not listen to them. Stand strong. Know what you want and go for it. People will tell you you will never amount to anything. Do not listen to them. Go for it. You will amount to something and you will surprise them all. They are not your God. The God who keepeth Israel neither sleep nor slumber. Focus your faith on him. David was a little child. He was a little boy, but he's stronger than the strongest. He knows what he wants. He never allow what people say is bring him down. He knows he has a God, a God who is the God of army of Israel. Who is that man who will come to defy him? Thank you and God bless you. Amen.